just encompasses what a dynamite team, superstar team this was at the beginning and still is now, but maybe more so at the beginning.
The listeners would be keen to set the scene on how PayPal came to be.
Sure. And as I talk through this, I would encourage your listeners to Google PayPal Mafia, because there's an awesome picture that comes up that is just, I think it's funny and it's cool. And it just encompasses what a dynamite team, superstar team this was at the beginning and still is now. But the founder and CEO of Firm was one of the very first guys, along with Peter Thiel and a few others. They tried to build fraud protection and some of the foundational pieces that PayPal has in its own fraud stack into kind of a more digitized way of doing things in 1998 or 1999. And so it was pretty preliminary and they had no success. They pivoted very quickly to more of a payments focus, and PayPal was one of the products that kind of culminated from that. And PayPal at the time merged with X.com, which, if you're a fan of Elon Musk, that's one of Elon Musk's early companies. And Elon really was instrumental in pushing the company to really embrace PayPal and become PayPal and embody PayPal, and that checkout flow be the core of the product that we know today, that they really built over 20 years. And after that, so eBay partnered with them, and they were killing it with eBay, just absolutely dominating market share. And it became very clear that it was the preferred choice of checkout for pretty much everybody at eBay or shopping at eBay at the time. And at the time this was happening, eBay was very much so in vogue and a lot hotter than it is now. So eBay purchased them, and that remained for several years. And around 2015, Carl Icahn was actually an activist investor, and he forced this to happen, which just another iconic person who's been involved with this company over the years. PayPal was outperforming the parent company to spin PayPal off. When Dan Philman became the CEO of the company in 2015. And for 5 years beyond that, it operated as this standalone company. But there was a very tight operating agreement in place that kept PayPal as the primary processor and the end-to-end payments company or payment services company for eBay. So nothing really changed, but that agreement ended in 2020, which PayPal has been able to work with a lot more marketplaces since then, which has been a nice positive, like Amazon and Walmart and Flutter and all these other places. But eBay was a large chunk of the revenue at the time. It was a very high margin comparatively chunk of the revenue as well. So over the last 18 months, we've just seen every single data point with that PayPal offers is qualified with ex-eBay, because it's just been such a drastic headwind, both in terms of the revenue and in terms of the profit. Just for context, the take rate fell from 4% to 2.5%, and now it's pushing down to 2% with PayPal, because they've now gone out and are working with Adyen for their processing services, because there wasn't a special sweetheart deal, and they could get a lot lower take rate out of them than they were getting from PayPal. So that is where we are today. And we just got through the very last quarter of this ex-eBay headwind weighing on PayPal. So now the handcuffs are completely off. Now the growth year-over-year comps have normalized.